Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are reviewing the Suzuki Boulevard C50T. Now this one is 2010 model. I bought it used for about six and a half grand. It had about 28,000 kilometers on the clock. I've done just clicked over 30,000 now. So I'm just going to give you a bit of overview of what the bike is and how does it ride. What did I get with the bike and everything. So yeah, let's go ahead and have a look. So this bike is 800cc V-twin, and it comes with the standard exhaust, but when I bought it I got it with this um, exhaust which is like a straight pipes. It has baffles on it as well, but I have actually used it without the baffles, so it's quite loud. If you ride the bike without it, it's very loud, but if you want you can actually put the baffles in to make it a bit quieter. Okay, let's talk about the styling of this bike. Now this bike is massive cruiser. It's not like those small Royal Enfields or not even close to the Yamaha Bolts and stuff. This is more like Yamaha V-Star and Striker, and I'm not sure about what Harley Davidson model it's probably resembling, but yeah, it's probably Yamaha V-Star or Kawasaki Vulcan kind of category. So it's quite big. If I sit on it, it's this massive tank and the handlebars are quite big. Now if you see the side profile, it is quite long in terms of how big it looks. The light in the front is actually very big. It's a massive light in the front. Does have like halogen lamp. If you want, you can change it to LED like what I did. The side profile contains the chromes everywhere. For example, leg guards chrome, the engine casings chrome, and also the side at the back is also chrome. Now you will notice that I've got like these things here. Now these things are for holding your the panniers. So I've got two panniers for these ones, one for left, one for right, and I also got with that is the backrest for the rear passenger. Not using it. I'm not using that because I don't really carry a billion passenger at this point. But if I want to, I can have that as well. I've also got like a big bag that can go at the back, but obviously it's not needed. I don't really go that far. Normally do like 150 or 100 odd kilometers trips every now and then. Now, mind you, this is not my daily driver kind of bike. I just use it every now and then, probably once a week or twice a week at most. Yeah. Okay, now let me give you a bit of overview of how it looks like if you see from this side of angle. Now this is, as you can see, it is quite big. I will actually put like a video of me riding it and you can have a look just now there. Okay, now when I talk about this bike, in a traffic you can actually do a lane filtering, but mind you, this is quite big, and also the sideways it takes a lot of space. It's not like you can lane filter, when the traffic is, very tight and got tight roads and stuff. So I would avoid doing that because that's just asking for trouble. But yeah, in a normal if it's a empty road, obviously you've got a couple of cars, you can do lane filtering, but I would just avoid if I want to. I just don't do it, lane filtering that much. But if you want to, you can, but just be careful, it's quite wide from the side angles. The biggest plus point of this bike is the seating. The seat is quite big, it's very comfortable. So if you are one of those guys that you like to ride for longer commutes, I think this one is definitely for you. It's quite comfortable compared to other bikes. I had a Yamaha XJ6 before this, and also I've ridden the Honda VT750. The seats are not as comfortable as this one, obviously, because reason is there's a lot of real estate at the back. So yeah, you can have your seating. You can sit at the far back just to get a bit of backrest here. But if you really want, you can put another backrest here if you want. But no, I just preferred it like this. So now, one of the biggest plus points of this bike, which I like the most, is this gear shifter. Now, in other bikes, you have to kind of put the first gear like this and pull for the other gears. Now for this one I can veer my big boats, and I don't really have to go and pull the lever up for, you know, shifting to another gears and stuff. I can just use my ankle, just to use that ankle to put another gear. So first here, rest up there. So that's really good in terms of how I like actually. So with the rear brakes, obviously there's a big, you know, big footrest at the bottom, so you can kind of relax while you're on a like a long cruising rides and stuff. And it's a big pedal, so you can't really miss it. If you really want to brake, you can brake, you know, it just doesn't stop you from braking. But yeah, I like this, like the fact that these have big floorboards at the bottom. Now servicing this bike is fairly easy. You can see that's your the oil filter. Just drain the oil which is located on the bottom, and yeah, just put a new oil from the other side, and that's all. Now one more thing that I do want to tell you is, if you're riding in a hot weather, and then you are kind of stopping at kind of regular intervals, this bike can get really hot, but at that point the fan will kick in, and then it'll start, you know, starting to cool it down. Now this is where the key location is. So it goes to on. This is where you can start the engine and everything. This is turning off. This is push to lock. And if you do one more push at the back, that'll turn on your parking light. Now parking light is at the back, you know, the red light that'll turn on. So yeah, so that's pretty much that's what you have in here. You do get one more location where you can use the key. That's for here. That's to put your helmet. So it's a helmet lock in there. So yeah, that's what it is. A couple of add-ons. I've got this USB charger here. You can use your USB power cable to charge your phone. Obviously you can have one of these ones where you can put your maps and stuff if you need. I actually had it here before, but then when I'm making YouTube videos and stuff, this one kind of gets in the way. So yeah, I prefer it on this side. Obviously you don't want to use it when you're riding the bike. I did change the halogen lamp to LED. It's okay, it's not that bad, but yeah, halogen wasn't that good. Now this is a massive bike. I think the reason why they discontinued these ones in Australia is because did not have ABS in there. Now because of, you know, no ABS, these bikes didn't make that far in Australia. So yeah, we can't get them anymore. So whatever we have. The newer bikes are coming. They are coming with ABS, but because of regulations here, they're not allowed. Okay, now let's talk about the brakes. Now this one only has front brake with a disc, and that's only a single. So yeah, just be careful when you're buying this bike. Make sure you know, you're comfortable with single disc brake. These are massive bikes, you know, they probably need 2 disc brakes, but this one will do, depending on how fast you're going and, you know, how much you weigh. So the momentum builds up, and it'll probably be a bit hard to stop it in a shorter distance. So yeah, that's one of the pain points that I don't really like. The other thing is the rear has a drum as well, so at least they needed to upgrade the rears with at least 1 disc. Obviously these are older models. This is probably 2010. So yeah, that's why it doesn't have the rear disc brake. Now a lot of people who ride these bikes, they know that these bikes have the rear differential, so it's not chain drive, it's actually a shaft drive, which means lesser maintenance when it comes to changing sprockets and, you know, chains and greasing the chain and everything. So yeah, so that's a bit of goodie. That's a good thing that I don't really have to put a lot of effort in maintaining the chains and everything. I do realize that you have to change differential oil. I think it's set intervals. I'm not sure what the intervals are, but when I bought it, I actually got it changed. Now this bike takes about 16 liters of fuel. which is okay, which is not that bad. But the fuel gauge could be better. It doesn't really tell you exactly because it sometimes fluctuates between it keeps telling me it's full, but it's not full. And then sometimes it tells me it's half, but it's not even half. So yeah, it's more like a guessing game. So I would recommend people using the odometer to kind of guess how much range is left. Otherwise, you'll be like on your own when you're going for longer trips. Yep, enough talking. Let's start the bike and let's see how it sounds. So obviously, to start this bike, you need to press the clutch. Make sure this is turned on, and then press the ignition. There we go. That's the